Prince Harry has provided fresh details of a pivotal meeting among senior members of the royal family as the group discussed a viable route out of royal life for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. In his account of the events at Sandringham House, Prince Harry recalls the aggression of his brother Prince William and suggests his father, King Charles, made accusations that simply weren't true. Meanwhile, the Duke of Sussex has claimed his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, sat quietly and was pressured to protect the institution. However, royal sources have since shamed Prince Harry's outrageous revelations, reporting that the Duke has struggled to come to terms with his grandmother's involvement in his 2020 step back from royal duties. In episode 5 of the Netflix docuseries, Prince Harry recalled a dramatic Sandringham gathering of senior members of the royal family, assembled to negotiate an exit strategy for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Prince Harry explained, "Once I got there, I was given 5 options. 1 being, all in, no change. 5 being, all out. I chose option 3 in the meeting, half in, half out, have our own jobs, but also work in support of the Queen." It became very clear very quickly, that goal was not up for discussion or debate. He added, "It was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me, and my father says things that just simply weren't true, and my grandmother, you know, quietly sit there, and sort of take it all in." Speaking of the late Queen, Prince Harry continued, "You have to understand that, from the family's perspective, especially from hers, there are ways of doing things, and her ultimate sort of mission, goal, responsibility is the institution. People around her are telling her, by the way, that proposal, or these two doing X, Y, Z, is going to be seen as an attack on the institution. Then she's gonna go on the advice that she's given." It was really hard. That meeting finished without any, solidified action plan. However, a courtier has told The Times that Prince Harry's depiction of the meeting and the Queen's actions was nothing short of outrageous. The courtier told The Times, Harry never wanted to admit to himself that it was the Queen who said, "No, you're out." He couldn't fathom that he wasn't the cheeky chappy who was going to sweet-talk Grandma into getting what he wanted. Another courtier added, "The narrative has shifted from Prince Harry to the Queen. It was always my commander-in-chief, the bosses, but when he was not getting the support from her he wanted, she is represented as a diminutive figure sat in the corner." That is another manipulation of the narrative to suit the outcome as felt by Harry. Don't miss, the courtiers were able to assert that, while the monarch does receive input from a number of royal advisors, it would have ultimately been the Queen who would have the final say in such important matters. Both palace officials appeared to suggest Prince Harry would have been well aware of his grandmother's authority, but the Duke had chosen to present the late monarch as sitting quietly in the Sandringham meeting, as the truth of her involvement in the decision is simply too painful for him to acknowledge. One courtier explained, "Advisors made recommendations to Her Majesty, but there was only one person making the decisions. To look the truth squarely in the eye, to realize your relationship has been damaged, and to know it was his commander-in-chief who decided he couldn't have the half-in, half-out role he wanted, is probably too painful for him to accept." Read next.